Hey, it's your boy, Bobby Beats here. Want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, does Lorenzo know that Drew is gay, and how would he react to Drew being gay? Really don't know. When it comes down to it with Drew, Drew is obviously the character that we all have talked about. We've talked about this recently. He is the most level-headed out of all the T'Challa children to take over the business. That's not disregarding Diana. Diana's very level-headed as well. Kane is not level-headed. He's very hot-tempered. But Drew is the most level-headed out of everybody when it comes down to it. A lot of people are looking at Drew because of the fact that he is gay. And they look past him being a gangster, but Drew is a big gangster. I mean, he knows what to do. The dude's been in the life for a long time. He's not really afraid. He's not scared of anything. And whenever that side of him shows, it shows that he's in a totally different person whenever he becomes gangster. Now, when it comes down to it with Lorenzo looks at Drew and he's like, Drew's the one I want to take over. Drew is the one. Drew is the person that Lorenzo wants to pass things over to. He wants him to take over the Tejada family. Whenever this does happen, it will be a situation where Drew will pretty much be possibly a different person, and you never know how him and Kane are going to get along. You really don't know what's going to happen with that when it comes down to it. All I do know is this right here. Basically, how would Lorenzo react to his son being gay? I have no idea personally. Lorenzo comes from a time where being gay was possibly like an angry thing where someone would flip out on. Now, see, the thing is with me with the world, I grew up in the 90s, right? So the thing is, we knew when people was gay and we didn't care. Okay, it was not really a big thing. We didn't hate nobody. We was just like, okay, this person's gay, whatever. You know, we seen men that like men, and we seen women that like women, and that was just them. We didn't care about that. That was who they were. But I as I got older, I saw that, I had family members that struggled with coming out of being gay and letting other people know that they were gay. And the one thing, let me tell you this about me. I don't judge anybody. I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. But at the end of the day, I'll be goddamn if I make your life miserable for your own decisions. That is your choice. And as long as you're here, you're breathing, you're alive, we get along good. And you ain't never done nothing to stab me in my back, and I'm not stabbing you in the back. I'm not hurting you. We're good. It doesn't matter what you choose to do with your personal life. I could care less. Now, Lorenzo's mind. What would Lorenzo think? I have absolutely no idea. But personally, he shouldn't really judge his son off of that, because at the end of the day, I know a lot of gay gangsters, bro. Like, there's a lot of cats who, like, some of them fronting like they straight, but a couple of us are aware that they're undercover. The same way there are some that are openly gay. But just because they're gay don't mean that they can't be gangster. Does not mean that they can't get down their own way. That's just what they do. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, he should not look at Drew about who Drew is in terms of what he chooses. He should look at Drew for who Drew is, and Drew is very smart. Drew is what he sees. He's right about Drew being the one that whenever we come across him, Drew is the gangster. He thinks, he moves, he does things. That's what he should see when he looks at Drew. Now, how would Lorenzo react? Let's put it like this right here. Either he's going to go at him, try to tell him, you don't do this, you're not going to do that, you got to be straight, you're going to do this, that, and you're going to talk to a woman, you're not going to talk to a man. That's one way he's going to react. There's a big chance he's going to do that. And then there's a chance that he's going to accept him for who he is and say, hey, you're my son, whatever, that's you in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's either gonna go one way or another, because that's how dudes will react. You got guys that's like, they will not accept that, and they will flat out go to war about what they son, who their son is and things of that nature, and you got some that just accept it. So you don't know how Lorenzo is going to react to Drew being gay, but we'll see when it comes down to it. I just want to say to all of you, that is your boy, Bobby Beats here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and one.
Quote King.
Just because no one takes you and your things serious does not mean you do not. At the end of the day, it's not what people think about what you do, it's about what you think what you do.